Attention! Attention! And now we welcome to the grand trivia stage our great leader, our Grand Aquarium Emperor, the trivia master of this age, the past age, the upcoming age, and ages unknown. Please welcome Grand Trivia Master Fluval. Oh, that was a bad noise. Sorry, Master. Let's try again. Fluval. Oh, that's not so. We must find the noise to pay tribute to all 5 dimensions you hold in your control. Yes, the fake trumpet for Fluval.
Hello and welcome to the final Friday before we move to Wednesdays. I'm Fluval, Grand Trivia Master of the Grand Aquarium Empire, and with me as always is intern Chris Gethard Memorial Time Slot. The time slot we'll be moving to, which is of course Wednesdays at 11 p.m. 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific. I also like when I'm big.
You should. Hello, everyone. I'm intern Christy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But I did Fluval here at the top of the show. Welcome, everyone.
Welcome.
I did not follow proper caffeine protocols for the entire my life. The suffering is immense.
The suffering is immense.
Cheers for suffering. Big cheers for suffering. Jess, why are you undercaffeinated?
That's right, 1BBBR. Yep. I'm gearing up to play for the Detroit Red Wings.
Big Floozy style. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad that I did the same, or nearly the same.
I mean, this is what Jason's mask looks like.
He has multiple.
This is his biggie one. This is his iconic one.
His iconic one that he uses for the NFL playoffs?
The NHL, the National Hockey League, not the National Football League.
Oh. I thought the H stood for, how about that football?
For hootball.
Football.
Give a hoot.
His iconic Greek Argonaut mask.
Oh, yes, of course. Of
How
course.
many pieces of him, when I rip off and replace them, when do we call him not Jason anymore?
Great question.
How many pieces? Is
pioneering
it the arm?
Scientists are doing those experiments right now.
As they should.
As they
Hello,
should.
Lena. Hello, 1B. Hello, Jazz. Hello, CBC.
Hello, CBC.
We saw some
Hello,
wonderful elements from Jazz and 1B tonight on Eric Extravaganza.
Yes, tonight on Eric Extravaganza.
Love the new mask. Love the new mask.
Thank you, Calico Sky.
We love murder here. We're big fans. Oh, so sorry. You all weren't able to hear the lovely pingy music that we used to we use the comparison to highlight the suffering that you feel in your everyday life when you don't have little pingy music behind you at all times. Let's go murder! A movie franchise I've never seen and know nothing about. Excellent. We love the pre-suffering.
Yeah, you gotta love the anticipatory suffering. Anticipatory suffering.
Anticipatory.
Oh wait, I gotta add one more.
Oh.
Sound alert. But there's a lot of new.
There's Jason Kill with a hockey stick.
He uses a machete.
Which you can kind of see.
The hockey stick of knives.
The hockey stick of knives. Yes.
And of course, you'll keep your eye on our channel points.
What are the lacrosse nets of?
Keep your eyes on our channel points because you can use them for not only for sound alerts, but also a couple of new alerts that are making their debut on this final Friday.
What's a potato peeler?
The
What
torture
thing
device.
is the
Yeah,
what?
that's what I just added.
Oh, we got a kiki mama.
We got I should have grabbed Uncle Bryson's Kiki Mama Ma.
Kiki mama ma.
A scythe.
Oh, a scythe. I
The
like that.
is the scythe of knives.
I like that.
That's
I
right.
like.
It's time for Who Do They Look Like?
Who do they
The brand
look
new
like?
segment that's appeared twice. Where we
Potatoes.
look up a
Boil 'em, mash 'em,
celebrity.
stick 'em in a stew.
Everyone, who you can put in the chat. Who do you want me, intern Christy? What celebrity you want me to look at and say that they look like other celebrities? Only white celebrities edition. Yay! Unless it's vibes.
I've heard of Final Fantasy, but Final Friday.
Final Friday.
Justin.
Who's Justin Bartha? It's better when I don't know who they are, which honestly could be anyone because I know very few
Oh, you
human
don't know
celebrities.
Justin Bartha.
I do. Can I
You
see
don't.
him?
He's a national treasure,
He is.
and he's not Nicolas Cage.
There are a lot
Oh,
of national
Gwyneth-
treasures. Oh, he's
in the films.
Gwyneth
national.
Paltrow.
This is Justin Bartha.
Oh, come on. He looks like the guy from You.
Oh, yeah, the Netflix show You about the serial killer named
Right?
Penn Badgley.
He also kind of looks like if someone took a little bit of the air out of the guy from The Office who became the action star,
Oh, well.
but quietly.
I have some good news for you.
He's in Geely.
This is the
Look
You
at them.
guy.
They're the same guy. They only have different color eyes. He does look like a bag of vomit. They both look like bag of vomits. He looks like, okay, the guy from You, he looks like the hot dwarf. The one who was also in Being Human. Right? He could have played hot dwarf.
Remember Some Good News?
Oh my God.
Where John
Oh my
Krasinski just put a sign up in his house
Ooh.
and somehow sold it to CBS for a bunch of money?
Who is Tom Everett Scott? We got to see them. We got to see them. He is from the National Treasure films, apparently. Not a National Treasure, from the films. Only 1,000 channel points. This could be the show. John Krasinski, a.k.a. the less talented star.
Oh, absolutely.
True.
This is Tom Everett
Oh,
Scott.
she looks like Paris Hilton, who unfortunately looked like young Gwyneth Paltrow. Who...
Yeah, Tom Everett Scott, friend of
Oh,
GLPS.
they totally are the same person. They even have the eyes.
Because he was also drummer Guy Patterson in That Thing You Do.
Does he not look like both Mr. Darcy, who is now on Succession?
Oh, Tom Wobegon?
Yes.
But the actor, Wombegans.
One begins.
Matthew
Yes, they are
McFadden.
haunting Matt. Yes, he looks like that person, and he also looks like, unfortunately, the dad from Seventh Heaven,
Oh, yeah, that's
who is a prolific creep.
not...
Right, okay, similar. He's more on the John Krasinski side of thing. He has a more rounded nose, like the ones that you feel like you could replace their nose with just a circle in the cartoon Muppet version of them and it would still read. Like John Krasinski is the same way. No, he only looks like himself. He has a tilt. That's the thing. You see, his eyes have a tilt. So he's gonna look different from the guys with the tilt that's like this. And the tilt like this, that's just the You guy. And these two blonde-haired, blue-eyed dudes. No, he's got a weird tilt to his eye.
No, someone brought up to dehydrated Hugh Grant
He does look like...
for this guy.
They both look like they're
He kind
dehydrated.
of looks like Ben Mankiewicz.
Who's Ben Mankiewicz?
He's the film critic
disgusting
and
bastard.
host for TCM, who is also in Tracy Zooms In.
Ooh, Bingley. Yeah. Everything I know about this work of literature.
This is Mank the Younger.
He does look like a Mank. He does. It's that.
Remember
it's the
Mank?
thing and the straight across telt versus, yeah, there are other telts. Wow. Everything I know about whatever the hell this is, Pride and
The
Prejudice.
disgusting Darcy, because he's one of the disgusting brothers.
Yeah. of Pride and Prejudice comes from that web series produced by Hank Green, remember, from the 2010 or from the 2000s.
The Lizzie Bennet Diaries.
The Lizzie Bennet Diaries. Everything I know about Pride and Prejudice is just because I watched the Lizzie Bennet Diaries. It was amazing. It presented the whole story in the form of, what was it, Elizabeth? Lizzie?
Oh, Elizabeth Bennet, but
yeah.
Lizzie.
Lizzie doing video entries, like vlogging. She's vlogging the story. Yeah. Yeah. And the guy who played Darcy in that doesn't look in my memory. Unlike the guy who plays the really hot devil boyfriend from Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and also just the hot one from Sex Life of College Girls, Blast from the Past.
Okay, in the top...
Right? I'm about to work on one of the episodes.
In the Google image search for the guy who plays Mr. Darcy in Lizzie Bennet Diaries.
Yes.
How many of the top photos do you think are shirtless? And separate question, how many of the top photos do you think are him in his underwear?
It was good. I think 100%, and I did remember him being a hottie. So this already, I feel validated. Lesbian vampire video blog series sponsored by Kotex. I love how they're getting in on the blood theme. Get Darcy to play Darcy. Love that. Pride and Prejudice, but a lesbian romance.
So 3 out of the 9.
Wow. What else is he in? I feel like it's very strange seeing his face, first off, after so many years not. I was wrong. He does not look like those other men.
No.
He is of a different type of man.
He was in Change of Heart as Ben. He was in Chris and Jack as Daniel and Kyle.
Daniel and Kyle.
Perry Mason, he's an arraignment clerk. In Off Hours, he's Dan, Daniel, and David. Dan and Daniel might be the same character. I wonder if it's a crossover with Chris and Jack. Sorry for Your Loss with Elizabeth Olsen. He's Mike.
Well, never mind then.
He was Superman on an episode of Conan.
You know who he looks like? He looks like Sabretooth when he was in Manchurian Candidate.
Oh, Leo Schreiber.
Yeah.
I think Tyler Mane when you say Sabretooth from the original X-Men, and it's like he looks like that professional wrestler.
No, bring up Sabretooth.
Who also hosted a special for PBS about comics.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Go you.
This is Sabretooth. Liev Schreiber.
Right, they look so similar.
This is Sabretooth, aka Ray Donovan.
They have the same brows, right? They have that same sort of like, I am looking at you from underneath my brows look. And like, they should be playing Mr. Darcy.
Liev Schreiber, director of Everything is Illuminated.
What? What is Everything is Illuminated?
It's based on the Jonathan Safran Foer novel.
Okay. I buy it. I thought that it was going to be
with Elijah Wood.
I thought it was going to be one of those pseudoscience ones.
Oh, no, it's...
Like, oh yeah, no, he directed like this weird new age, like...
No, it bounces between 2 different stories from the same family.
24
One
hours.
of which is...
Why?
Oh, wait.
Why can't planets be destroyed for 24 hours? Prominent brows do stand. Prominent brows. Eugene Hutz of Gogol Bordello. As soon as I said Gogol Bordello, I'm pretty sure that Gogol Bordello is not a person, because a bordello is a place, correct?
Okay, try now if does it let you now?
Fluvaborg.
Fluvaborg. Yeah.
Oh. Our Redeemer. I understand now.
No, wait. What? Yeah, I'm asking
Can we bring
if
up
it...
Eugene Hutz?
Oh, sure.
I want to see if he is the same person
Gogol
as
Bordello is
Liev
a band.
Schreiber, who's also the same person as the guy who was in the Lizzie Bennet Diaries, but who isn't like the first person who we were looking at, who does look like a version of John Krasinski, who also looks like a version of the other guy from Succession, who was also in Ferris Bueller's Day Out.
Off. Not Baby's Day Out.
I just sort of smashed those movies together in my mind. Oh, okay, okay. He has more of a tilt. He looks more like the stuttering guy, you know? The stuttering one that has the tilt.
Hugh Grant?
Yes, thank you.
The stuttering guy with the
Not
tilt.
like an actual stutter, like you are correct. That was not a very useful...
Okay.
Can Christy win Seth Meyers' eye angle before we confirm that... This guy looks like... Oh my god!
We got a planet destroy!
We got a planet destroy! Incredible. Incredible. Wow.
I'm gonna re-enable that.
Ferris's baby stay out. Whoa! Okay. So this guy, I would need to see maybe another picture of him, but I think he looks like Hugh Grant. And we gotta look at Seth Meyers. Oh, you're right. Seth Meyers does also kind of have the thing. They all tilt to the same side.
Yeah.
There was a 6-month moratorium on Planet Destroy. There will never be a moratorium on Planet Destroy.
I told you I was not gonna respect that.
We've been lobbying to have rollbacks in that area.
Who do you think I am?
From the
Open AI?
beginning.
Yeah, there we go. Now Planet Destroy works. You're limited to 1 Planet Destroy per person per stream.
I like that. It encourages them to get more people to watch.
Yeah, you want to see more
Planets
Planets
can also
Destroy.
Planet Destroy, and then more and more suffering. He looks
I'm hoping
like...
to make it so you can destroy a random planet each time.
What folk punk planet was that guy from? We destroyed it just now. I love that. Planet Destroy. Who's got Sice? The TikTok IKEA guy.
Oh, he does look like that guy.
Oh, show us.
I will. First, this is the person we were looking at, just so we can reestablish familiarity.
Destroyed. Every time we find a new one, we destroy it. Is there a Destroy Planets memorial switch? I like that. I like that idea. There should be a memorial switch.
I'll try to get a memorial reel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so. Yeah. It felt good to push the button, didn't it?
Didn't it?
To destroy a planet. Isn't it a beautiful feeling?
Okay, so this is who we were looking at from Gogo Bordello.
Okay, that's the name of the folk punk planet that he's from?
Sure. It's also the band, but it could be the planet. Why not? I mean, there's planets named after bands.
And we're going to look at Scott
And bands named after planets. Here's Scott Sice.
Yep.
From Cocaine Bear, he's also the IKEA worker who went viral on TikTok thing. There's slightly different types of guys.
I think
the mustache is doing a lot of distracting.
I wonder if it's also just the photo, one of them is looking up like this and one of them is looking down like that.
Okay.
And so that can distort
I'll
sort
try to
of
find
face.
a cleaner match in my mind palace.
Yeah, that can distort the face shape, eye thing going on. Would poke fun, but I would dress like both of them, and you would look amazing in it.
And he actually worked at IKEA when his IKEA TikToks started popping off.
In LDS, every band gets their own planet.
Is this better?
Yes. No, he looks like the guy who is the brother of James Gunn.
Sean Gunn?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Wouldn't it be nice? I feel like I wouldn't, just because my nose runs a lot. So I would end up just being like, fuck, this is unhygienic. But I think that everyone who can have a mustache honestly should. It's a little bit of your duty as lowly third-dimensional beings to at least have facial hair, if you can,
and of course,
it isn't super annoying.
Your other duty is to join our game of trivia, which, as you can tell from my mask and nothing else. No, also intern.
Hi, I'm intern.
Look this episode. We've got Friday the 13th trivia.
That's
right. So be sure to scan this QR code or go to crowd.live and enter the code TYTHT, and we've pinned the trivia link, so it'll be there convenient for you throughout the entire show.
So what have we learned in this looks like? Who was the first person that we were looking at? They were
Justin Bartha.
Justin Bartha. So we figured out that Justin Bartha doesn't look like Hugh Grant.
No, only Hugh Grant looks like Hugh Grant because of the eyes.
Well, and that other guy, Eugene from Bordello.
Tom Everett Scott looked like
Okay. And Justin Krasinski
John Krasinski.
looks like the guy who's the Darcy and is in Succession.
Matthew McFadden.
And
Fadden.
they also kind of look like they're on the same slider scale. Oops. As the guy from Succession who was also in Ferris Bueller's Big Day? What?
Day Off.
Day Off.
Cameron is who the character he plays, the older Roy sibling, the oldest and often
Eugene
forgotten.
Bordello.
And often
Cordiero.
forgot. Oh, that's a new great avatar.
That is magnificent.
Robo Bart.
Robo Bart. Love that.
I love Robo Bart.
Love that for everyone.
I love Robo Bart for everyone. But yeah, join us in
Yay!
the
So
trivia.
that's what we learned from Looks Like.
Aliens.
Does anyone have any suggestions for what a musical sting or bumper would be like for Looks Like?
I mean, it has one.
It has one?
Yeah.
What is it? I would like to have it here so that I can close out the segment.
For now.
I want a better one.
Okay. That was a free one that the
Maybe
interns
like-
grabbed right before the show. Because it kind of sounds like, who do they look like?
It totally does. You're right. Who do they look like? No, that's what we're going with now.
That was legitimately
Snow
the thought
Day.
process.
Is the sequel. Someone here has been listening to that movie podcast with that guy who doesn't look like anyone that I can think of right now. Both of them. I can't think of who else Jason Mantzoukas looks like
Oh, how did this get made?
other than himself.
I was like, what do you mean? What movie? Griffin and David?
No. And Paul Scheer, the Pete and Pete movie. I don't know what that one is.
The Adventures of Pete. So it's supposed to be the movie version of The Adventures of Pete and Pete, which has come up in this before. That's where Mr. Frosty was, the ice cream guy, who came up in ice cream trivia. And it was Danny Tamborelli, who also appeared on the special alongside...
The one without Brett Davis or the one with
Oh, without.
Brett Davis? Okay.
And Michael C. Morona was Big Pete, and Danny Tamborelli was Little Pete.
Excuse me. I'm unfortunately consuming matter. And as punishment, the gingery ginger of
That
this
would be
ginger ale is
fun.
making
We'd have
me
to bring up
sneeze.
Polaris and that whole deal.
Oh, I'm excited to learn.
Polaris is the band. Oh, here's a hint for you. Polaris is the band who did the intro to Pete and Pete, but it was a fake band.
Love that.
But it then became a real band and did release an album. Oh,
Love
and
that
Mike
even
Morona,
more.
yeah, who's currently in Mike's union as an electric.
Oh.
Yeah, he works behind the scenes
Hell
now.
yeah.
It's very
Union
cool.
pride.
He's very
By
cool.
the way, unions,
Yes.
magnificent things.
But thank you for joining our game of trivia. Pamela Corhees.
Oh, Pamela Voorhees.
Coarhees.
Ah.
This is the show now. Rake potatoes?
Rake potatoes.
Oh, hockey stick potatoes. Jazz Fadson at Slevin 2 makes Jazz Fadson at 7-3 look like Jazz Fadson at 7-1. Last CBC, 13 Logtoven.
Oh,
so it
love
looks
that.
like a B.
Oh, I like that.
Single Walk, Runaway from Jason, Bootleg
Yes.
Bart Part 6, Bootleg Bart Lives, The First Ish, and Jason.
Jason. Love it.
That's right.
Magnificent. I'm so excited.
So why don't we get our game of trivia underway?
Because it's like horror, so we have like a suspense noise.
Ha!
Yes. The way I found this noise was I looked up surprised hamster.
Okay, which iconic slasher film inspired the creation of Friday the 13th. I don't know why that noise came out of me earlier. Black Christmas, Halloween, The Hills Have Eyes, or the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Which of these slasher classics inspired the creation of the first Friday the 13th?
So, Fluval,
What?
I have seen with my 2 eyes Texas Chainsaw Massacre,
Okay.
which, to be real, has the most intricate
Thursday
and
the 12th.
gorgeous set design I've ever seen. I am forever inspired by the sets. What is it? Rooms with a bunch of trash in them, bones in cages,
Bone cages,
hanging from the
Rady.
ceiling, gristle. Gross, disgusting,
Gristle is
putrid.
Rady.
Absolutely me, 100%. Too scary. That's why I listen to comedy podcasts where comedians break them down scene by scene.
Like
just
the
for
Horror
me.
Virgin.
And Ruined with Allison Levy and I listen to them every week and don't know their names.
With Hallie Kiefer.
Hallie Kiefer. Okay.
Yeah, it's Friday the 31st. That's pretty close to Friday the 13th.
It
That's
is.
true.
It is.
But now let's-
outside of time and space, they look pretty much the same.
Yeah. And let's see what you picked. 4 of you said Black Christmas. 6 of you said the original Halloween. None of you thought it was Hills Have Eyes, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And the correct answer is John Carpenter's Halloween. As Mental Floss notes, in 1978, producer and director Sean Cunningham was looking for a model on which to build a commercially successful film. And he found one in John Carpenter's horror classic Halloween. The 2 films ultimately don't share much other than their very broad slasher tropes, but Cunningham says he was very influenced by the structure of Carpenter's film.
It was a beautiful film.
Beautiful
Beautifully
structure.
made. Beautifully made.
Beautifully made, just like our leaderboard, where Jason is in first. Blogtoven, 13 Logtoven in second. Single Walk Run Away from Jason in third.
It does look like a very, very fancy bee.
It does. The First Dish in fourth. Bootleg Bart, part 6, Bootleg Bart Lives in fifth. And we have maxed out on players, it looks like. So let me clear out some of those so that more of you can join us and suffer.
Huh. Fluval,
What?
what's that name at the very bottom of our list?
Oh, speaking
Arthur
of suffering.
Fails. Oh my god.
Hi, Christy.
Arthur.
So, yes, I'm sorry I'm late, but in my defense, you did put me in the weasel pit.
And you've been, how many times have you been in the weasel pit?
I have lost count at this point, but it
Yeah,
still
so
hurts every
we
time
should be a little more prepared, you think, for the weasel pit, given how much we've been in the weasel pit, thinking like learning from our past mistakes, moving
okay,
forward.
how is it a mistake for me
Arthur from NASA, why are you here interrupting our numinous game of trivia? Besides, you know, giving us the delight of witnessing your suffering. Thank you so much for that.
You said that for a horror broadcast, people should just look at me and feel the shame of my existence. So I was
Oh, I see. This is a Stan Lee asking where Iron Man's nose situation is.
And to explain that, it's that Stan Lee saw the Iron Man masks and said, wait, but where's Iron...
Where's Iron
wait,
Man's nose?
We're doing this wrong.
Okay. I'm so sorry. Maybe you should be big, Fluval, because you are so wonderful and big. Pensong I saw
No, I should be Stan the Man Lee.
Stan the man.
Well, so I told them, I said to them, I says, where's Iron Man's nose? And so they redrew Iron Man's mask with a nose on it. And then I saw it and said, why does he have a nose? Because they actually misunderstood my point. My point was there wasn't enough depth behind the mask with how the eyes were drawn in for there to be room for a nose.
Excelsior.
So it was like, well, wait, where's Tony Stark's nose fit in behind that helmet, you silly person? And they thought it was Iron Man's helmet must.
So you see, Arthur, what I was intending
No,
to
I
tell
don't.
you is that I'm horrified by you. You are horrible. You cause suffering by your mere presence to anyone who sees you, which is why I cannot determine who else you look like, because I cannot look at you long enough. However, Arthur,
Yes.
you are here anyways.
Why is there a
and
nose on Iron Man? That doesn't. No, that's.
It looks like he can move his little mouth to make expressions.
It does look like the mouth.
I wouldn't be surprised if he does.
I mean, like,
Given
you
how
compare that
Spider-Man
mouth with
does.
the mouth of the smaller one in the
Shit.
corner. He looks like the Vision, actually.
That
in this
man does
incarnation.
need a mustache. He does look a little like
He
this.
does look like the Vision.
Or Ultron.
I mean,
Getting
sort of related.
sleepy. Getting sleepy. I'm so glad that you are enduring sleep deprivation. For us, that's suffering. Delicious. We haven't let Arthur sleep for how long? How long, Arthur? Now? How long is it since you've slept?
I
know we were administering shots of something, but I am still not sure what it is. But that man needs a mustache. He sure does. Fluval.
What?
Don't we have trivia?
Yeah, we do. Let's go on to question number 2. True or false, Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday was the last movie to feature
Oh.
Jason Voorhees. Seen here is Jason
Oh my
flailing
god.
about. He gets messed up.
His mask is welded to his
Yeah,
face?
he gets messed up in this one.
Wow. Arthur, do you know the answer to this?
I'm going to guess false because like a dead horse, this franchise won't die. So I don't think it was the last movie. I think that because doesn't he go to space?
He
at one
goes
point?
to space.
He does go
and
to space.
he kills Cronenberg.
He does, but don't
kills-
say which one.
The actual
Don't
director.
say which one.
Cronenberg.
But don't say which movie that is.
There are 2
Is there
Cronenbergs.
Fluval, do you perchance have a question that later references that movie specifically?
Sure do.
Arthur, how dare you?
Hey, you know,
How
sleep
dare
deprivation.
you?
I'm gonna blame sleep deprivation and weasels.
We'll put a tick up on the suffering board. We're going to cause you some suffering.
Intern Mike, put up a tick
Yeah,
on the suffering
Intern
board.
Mike. Intern Mike hasn't had much to do for a while.
Come on,
He's just been
Mike,
sipping
come
his
on.
margarita mix.
Now that we've automated away Intern Mike's job with
He
the
actually
leaderboard.
he switched it to Bloody Mary mix.
Yeah, it's Bloody Mary mix now.
Just
Lefty
drinking.
O'Doul's Bloody Mary mix specifically.
Yep.
He loves the corruption that bar has allegedly participated in.
Oh,
I
not a
got
good
breakfast
choice.
there.
They made Victorian porta potties
I bet they
in
did.
the city.
I mean, honestly, that's a
Well, this-
service that was needed.
No, they didn't work. They all broke.
Okay,
Never mind.
Am I right? Is this just another dead horse?
Well, only one of you got it right.
Oh my god!
Just kidding.
Trixie!
Just kidding.
Oh, extra Trixie!
Just kidding. It was false.
Horse.
Move on. Move on.
Wait, if I do this, dude. Oh,
Yes.
Planet Destroy.
Blogtoven, you are
space.
correct. He did go to space.
He went to space.
Because, yeah, I can do this.
Technically, April 1st on the East Coast,
That's true.
And we
April
do
Fool's Day for all of
enjoy-
you.
causing suffering and being a trickster, as we all know Fluval is.
Jason!
Jason!
Is in first. Blogtoven in second. The First Dish in third. Single Walk Runaway from Jason in fourth. Bootleg Bart Part 6. Bootleg Bart Lives in fifth. Hockey Stick Potatoes in sixth. Pamela Coarhees in seventh. Arthur Fails in eighth. Bone Cage is ready in ninth.
Bone
Last CBC in 10th. Jazz Fadson at Slevin 2 makes Jazz Fadson at Slevin 3 look like Jazz Fadson at Slevin 1. And Jason Foolies bring up our leaderboard. That would be very funny if April Fools were not moving.
Why do I
Yes.
feel like Bone Cage is the name that Nicolas Cage wishes he could go by?
Ooh.
Like on a day-to-day basis, just like, the name is Bone,
Bone
Cage.
Bone Cage is ready.
Bone Cage. Yeah, it was.
Should start lurking for a trans day of regular visibility.
Love it. Also, yay.
Yay! Let's go on to question number 3. Jason Voorhees first dons his iconic hockey mask in which Friday the 13th movie? That's true, Nick Cage did. Does Jason first don his hockey mask in the first Friday the 13th, the second, the third, or Friday the 13th Part X, Blood on the Ice?
Part 10,
Ooh.
Blood on the Ice.
Part the X.
Fluval, which part was the going to hell bit?
Yeah. When did he go to hell? Or is that a question?
Which number?
It's not a question. Jason Goes to Hell is before that.
I was thinking of sending Arthur to hell.
So Jason Goes to Hell is
for tonight. Arthur, what do you think of that?
Honestly, Christy,
do you
if
believe
it gets
in
me,
hell?
I think hell would be a reprieve from what you put me through constantly.
It is. That's why I don't want to send you.
No, Jason Goes to Hell is Part 9.
9. Okay.
Oh, okay. So part
Blood
X.
on the Ice. So he goes from like fire to ice. Like, is that's the progression there of Part 9, Hell, Fire, and then Part 10, Blood on Ice?
Or are we talking an ice hell, like Dante style?
Hey, there you go. Yeah.
Cool, because none of you picked it. The thought process was he's wearing a hockey mask.
That's what I thought. I thought I would be too stupid to guess that one. I thought I would be like, oh, lol, that one's hockey themed.
Thank you, WizWorld Live, for the raid, and happy 3-year anniversary to WizWorld Live. 3 years of streams.
Yes, we always.
Oh, and hello, Eric Germ. Thank you for a final Friday raid before we move to Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern, the Chris Gethard Memorial time slot.
We're here with Fluval Grand Trivia Master.
Yes, I'm Fluval, Grand Trivia Master of the Grand Aquarium Empire.
And also Stanley.
I also dressed as Stanley right now. Excelsior. In the box below me, it's Arthur from NASA.
Intern Arthur from NASA.
Hello.
Or
recently escaped from the Weasel Pit.
Yes, recently escaped from the Weasel Pit.
Too recently, if you ask me.
But
you're here. You are here, Suppa Heroes. Also, congratulations on raising money for both the Trevor Project and what was it, the Poor People Revolution?
Poor People's Campaign, which was founded by Martin Luther King Jr.
We need you all to get to that Star Trek-like utopia so that when we destroy your Earth, we maximize the suffering. Okay? My God.
Fluval, why is Blogtoven claiming to be you? Or is this another clone Fluval situation?
He will be dealt with. As will our leaderboard, where Jason's in first, the First Dish in second, Blogtoven in third, Apamela Korhees in fourth, Slander coming in hot.
Slander.
From...
Hot and smelly. Probably from Arthur, honestly.
Sounds like an Arthur slander right there.
Hello, Fululu from the Weasel Pit. You see, Arthur? Some people...
And thank you.
You know, maybe they're part aquarium and they're also really cool and smoke cigarettes, but they do fine in the Weasel Pit.
And thank you, Thingsfromthevoid and Redactron for your earlier Planet Destroy redeems. If you have points, Fluval bucks saved up, you can spend them on Planet Destroy and other fun rewards. And also, if you want to join our game of trivia, we still have a couple slots. So check the pinned link in the chat.
Good seeing again, Arthur Gross. Smoking cigarettes makes you cool, just like snakes. Snakes also make you cool.
Snakes are cool.
And being a camel. Camels are cool. Smoking camels specifically.
Like Joe.
Yeah.
I don't think that camels are cool. I've never seen a cool guy with like a camel tattoo, to be perfectly honest. I see lots of snakes. I see lots of cigarettes. Arthur, explain to me. Why
Christy,
a camel? They chew. They
We have looked at Joe
ever,
Camel on this show.
Have you ever considered that it's meant to be taken literally? Camels have a water pack in their back, which means that despite the heat outside, camels remain cool.
I mean, the fat has a lot of water.
I think the leather jacket is what makes them cool.
That camel's fuckable, by the way. That's
right. I was gonna say.
Okay, fun fact. that exact conversation also came up the last time we showed this image on the show.
Because of course it does. Yeah.
And then we found out that there's there's a
Wow.
there's a woman camel from the whole
Right,
campaign.
does he have a
too.
hump? He doesn't seem to have a hump. Maybe he just has like really developed lats. Like his back muscles are just like
Where is
huge.
she? There they go. And here's the two of
Ooh,
them.
big, beautiful eyelashes. That is a good point. I'd let Joe Camel hump. Oh, he's got a lady camel. Lady camel not
hair,
as
though.
fuckable.
She looks like
Did his hump deflate? Maybe because he smoked it. He smoked too much. They had to remove it.
Do you remember the Warriors of
Podcast The
Virtue?
Ride on Joe
That's a
Camel?
great podcast, The Ride episode about
Yeah?
Joe Camel. Yeah, it's really good. Do any of you remember the movie Warriors of Virtue?
The
I don't, but it looks like somebody photoshopped the lady camel in behind the normal regular photo of Joe. Like
Yep.
the lighting is completely different.
and also like where is his maybe camel's humps are just massive tumors. Maybe.
Last time we talked
Well,
about
because
how
they smoke
she-
so many cigarettes. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Last time we talked about how she looks like
course.
the kangaroo people from Tank Girl.
Yes.
She also looks like the kangaroo
She
people
does.
from Warriors of Virtue.
From Warriors of Virtue, yes. Oh my god.
also weirdly fuckable.
Those ones? No,
Very
those were
Oh,
horrifying.
these ones.
No,
Those
okay.
ones, I mean, they're no less horrifying than the ones that got fucked in Tank Girl.
That's true, but wow.
Someone wants to fuck them. I didn't
Wait,
say I did.
Are you talking
that's-
about the comic book or the live action?
The movie.
Live action.
The movie. Okay, yeah, I thought so.
Image where she's driving. Can we see? Oh, I
Oh.
like that cat. It's a nice studio cat right there. If you can
Potatoes
see this,
molest.
the lady camel fell.
Oh, here we go. I got the other image going.
That is true. Wizards of the West Coast, like, this is how we know. This is the thing that they are not
Wizards
doing.
of the Coast.
This is the thing that they're doing that lets us know that they're full of shit. That
Also,
they
happy
don't have
D&D
camel
release
people.
movie release day.
Happy D&D movie release day. We need a Joe Camel
This is
movie.
her driving.
Wow.
Yeah, and you didn't even have to redeem. Looks like we just threw that
Yeah.
in as a bonus.
Yeah, bonus looks
No
like.
Fluval bucks expended. Yeah.
We're just here for the suffering. Look at
this.
those AI hands. Look at those AI ass hands.
It does seem like they have different numbers of fingers. Joe Camel may just have the 3 on both hands.
She's
Wow.
also got 3.
Oh, you're right.
and a thumb.
You
I
passed
think
the
the
test,
thumbs
Arthur.
are all just hidden.
You passed the test, Arthur.
Is there a Mrs. Joe Camel?
Yeah, this is her.
I don't like the way he's looking at her. I don't like his smile. Look at that, like
Behind those
weird
glasses,
crinkle.
That's wow. Yeah, no.
The little
That-
crinkle to his mouth. That's the like
saying-
we're gonna fuck later. Like that's
No,
what
it-
he does.
It's
You're saying
the
a
fact
cigarette?
That his
Oh
eye
my
is
God.
fully open. Like he's not even like squinting. He's just like happy. Look at how big his pupil is. That dude is
Because of all the
high.
nicotine.
Yes, the Wotuk Summit.
The Wizards of the
Wizards
Coast
of the
Summit
Coast?
next
Ah.
month, where people are coming
We
together to
need
talk about
kangaroo people on that docket.
stuff. Yeah, why can't I?
Why can't I be a weirdly
You
fuckable kangaroo?
Arthur from NASA, can you play as a kangaroo in D&D?
Weird owl hands.
No, not yet.
Okay.
You can be a lion. You can be an elephant. You can be a mouse or rat person. You can be a lot of things, but you can't be a kangaroo yet.
Good to know. Also, it does, I did think it said Weird Al hands.
I like that a lot. I want.
Oh, what's
What
going
in the
on here,
blue
Eric?
fuck is going on here?
This is our final Friday episode before we move to Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern, right here at twitch.tv/Radio Free Multiverse.
I think
so
he
we're
was
doing
asking
Friday the
about
13th.
that.
I know, I'm just doing the whole thing.
Okay.
So it's Friday the 13th trivia. And be sure to join us at our new time slot right after missed calls from the former randoms at its new time slot of 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Right here at twitch.tv/Radio Free Multiverse. Okay, the spiel's done. What did you want to say?
Kangaroo Jack is the most disappointing movie that has ever
he doesn't
existed.
talk.
The whole campaign is about, it's showing this kangaroo being a silly character, being a silly little animation.
Did you know there's an animated...
He's barely in it.
But did you know there's an animated sequel?
Barely in it. There's an animated Does the kangaroo talk?
Oh, it looks like he talks, but it could just be the marketing again.
He did rap in the first one, so...
Kangaroo Jack, good day, USA.
Oh,
looks adorable.
No.
That one is a huggable little
That one
kangaroo.
definitely talks.
The gold chain around the neck.
Rap?
Yes, that does date
yes.
it very specifically
Yes.
to 2004, which is when this released.
Money in the coat on the kangaroo, and now he's trying to go wild. And I'm like, why are we Wile E. Coyoteing but worse? Friday, the Good Day USA. So fun.
It's not great.
Yeah. Schrodinger's talking goofy kangaroo, right? I had to see it. And boy, was that a disappointing movie.
We have 2 Jason Foolies in our game of trivia. Welcome to some of our new players, both Jason Foolies and Late Larry.
Late Larry, welcome.
Welcome, Late Larry.
Of course, we are outside of time and space,
Yes.
And therefore, we can never be late or early. We are always on time, much like a wizard.
And that's why it's not late that an hour into the show we're going to question 4. True or false, in the 1980s, Jason Voorhees starred in Friday the 13th, the animated series, where he defended Camp Crystal Lake against supernatural foes.
He defended it?
As he slapped away that shot from Freddy.
So he was
Is that
like...
true or is that false?
So they made Jason, like, into Dexter?
I mean, that was a common theme in 1980s, like, adaptations
Dextering?
of R-rated movies. Is this an example of that or is it not? I'm not saying, but, like, that is common, like...
Turning
There
the
is
villain
Joe Camel
into-
fanfic.
Yeah, like turning with the iconic character into something more kid-friendly, like the Toxic Avenger cartoon.
I feel like we're getting away from the fact that there's Joe Camel fanfic.
Of course there is. There's Rule 34.
I kind of feel like making Arthur read it at some point.
You would.
Arthur, it's that or the
You-
Weasel Pit.
I would
Yeah,
rather read
exactly.
Chuck Tingle on the internet than
Oh, Chuck
Joe.
Tingle's fun.
Chuck Tingle's fun.
Chuck
But
Tingle's a delight.
I do wish it wasn't about sex as much as a fifth-dimensional being. Were I a human, I'd find it very funny.
Freddy.
Beetlejuice, became the hero in his cartoon. Okay, we have officially
Yeah.
re-hit the player limit.
We have re-hit it. We
I
would
do see-
destroy it, but
we have one person we
Oh
can. We have a
my
couple people we
God.
can remove.
he was. Oh, he used to read the M&Ms. I thought it said he was unable to read the M&Ms fanfic, and I was like, what could possibly be in it? That Patrick Cotner was unable to read it on IG. Were like the M&Ms Corporation gonna come for him, or
Okay.
is it just so heinous?
You should have room if you were blocked out to join now. There's 3 slots left, and then everyone playing is actually playing. It's
And
not
we're
any
so
hangover from
excited
last week.
to consume your suffering.
Well, I don't know which Foolie yet. They have to answer first. So let's see
Behold.
what people pick. 60 you said true, 4 you said false. Either way, about half of our players are going away, half of our answerers, I should say, are going away unhappy. What's the correct answer?
What is that?
False!
False!
We made it up.
But it makes perfect sense!
It does.
Good job, Fluval. Trixie.
There was a... What am I doing? We gotta go to... There was a Friday the 13th TV show, which was called Friday the 13th the series, but it was an anthology show not about Jason.
Oh, so it was like the Halloween series, which was supposed to be an anthology, and that's why Halloween 2 Season of the Witch has nothing to do with Michael and and nothing to do with witches.
Except that's
either.
the film series. This was a separate spin-off TV series. The actual film series was supposed to be an anthology for Halloween.
I want to see.
Yeah, it was about an antique store and followed the various cursed objects.
I love that. I want it to get the Riverdale treatment. You know.
Oh, they're just horny Jason.
Horny Jason.
Well. Yep. There is a TV
it's
show
already
coming.
all about sex.
There is a Friday the 13th prequel coming to Peacock.
Wow.
See,
give it to the Riverdale guy. I just want exploitative bullshit.
Once again, Dead Horse. Like
Ed Horse?
Dead Horse.
Dead Horse. Dead Horse. Dead Horse. Of course, they're making a prequel. Well, how could they not?
Of course.
They're gonna start counting in negatives. So they're gonna make like a prequel and a prequel and then a prequel.
It's because advertising.
Jason is in first, Blogtoven in second, Pamela Koarhees in third, the First Dish in fourth, Hockey Stick Potatoes in fifth, Single Walk Runaway from Jason in sixth, Bootleg Bart Part 6, Bootleg Bart Lives in seventh, Bone Cage in eighth, Arthur Fails in ninth, Last CBC in 10th, Jazz Fatson at Slevin 2 makes Jazz Fatson at Slevin 3 look like Jazz Fatson at Slevin 1 in 11th. This is the show now in 12th. Oh, I was told I could get rid of that player. Jason Fooley's in 13th. Late Larry, Jason Fooley's, Late Larry, and Cat. The Late Larrys are all spelled slightly differently.
I think that there's multiple Late Larrys.
So I think there's multiple Late Larrys.
I think that those are multiple individual beings who
so
would
I'll
like
remove
to suffer
This is the show now.
in this game.
And then there should be room for people to join still. Late into our game of trivia.
There was a time when we were naming
late into our show, early in our game.
There was a time when we were naming all of the Arthur clones with just variations of the U's and the R's.
Oh, like Luke.
Like Luke.
That was a dark day
Sabaya.
in the days of Arthur's.
Arthur.
Weird. It still says player limit reach.
Larry.
I don't know. I don't know that I can do anything about it then. So
suffer!
Just suffer.
Suffer!
Just suffer and watch from the outside. As we go to question 5. Jason Voorhees is a playable character in Mortal Kombat 10 alongside which fellow horror icon? Three of these are not playable characters. One of them is. Ash Williams from Evil Dead, Ghostface from Scream, Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, or Michael Myers from Halloween. Pick the one of these. That's a playable character in Mortal Kombat 10 alongside Jason.
For some reason, I read this in the same, like, don't tase me, bro. like, sort of thing. It's just delete me, bro.
Talk about a blast from the past.
Right?
Is that Scorpion?
Yeah, it's Scorpion from the first Mortal Kombat movie.
Okay. Yeah.
It's Scorpion.
Oh, I see.
Not Sub-Zero. Or
Sub-Zero,
Johnny Cage.
who looks exactly the same, but is blue.
Blogtoven thinking it's Michael Myers, but the actor.
Oh, so you mean the murderer? They're the same person. Their name's Michael Myers.
Yeah, the Shape played Dr. Evil.
Yeah.
The Shape was
Austin Powers.
Yeah, the Shape was the love guru.
The Shape.
Oh,
they
that
have different
movie.
tragic backstories.
That was a trash fire.
Ooh, did you watch The Love Guru?
I think I got really drunk one day and I was like, sure. And it was I don't know that I finished it, honestly.
I wouldn't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough. That we don't own that suffering, so we're against it.
I loved the Shape's public access show with the Master of Disguise.
Oh, love that. Is the Shape as Gold member though?
Oh yeah.
That was amazing.
It was
He
amazing.
married an axe murderer. Isn't that a reality show? Or a
Did I marry an axe murderer? No, it was a movie.
I married an
It's a
axe
movie.
murderer.
But the correct
It's a
answer was
movie.
Leatherface. Leatherface was added in Combat Pack 2 alongside the Xenomorph from Alien and 2 Mortal Kombat characters, including Triborg.
Oh, Triborg. Not like Cyborg,
no.
it's Triborg.
Triborg.
That's
What is
stupid.
the third thing? He's human, he's computer, and he's one more thing. Is he an animal?
He is a cyborg.
But why is it try?
Why-
What is
yeah,
the
why
third
try?
thing?
Oh boy. You're gonna have
Is there a ghost that's also inhabiting him that like gives him powers?
Before
Fish.
no.
A guy trying to be a cyborg.
Okay. During this process,
Yeah.
the consciousnesses of Sector, Cyrax, Smoke, and even Cyber Sub-Zero merged together. This consciousness giving itself the title of Triborg.
because there's
cybernetic
3
organism.
consciousnesses.
I mean,
Yeah.
honestly,
Okay, that's
Paula
fair.
Koala's right. It's because
Yeah.
it's a tribernetic organism.
Yeah.
It's a cyborg with 3 consciousnesses
That's
inside
fair.
it.
Hey.
That's fair. Three consciousnesses. You get the try. That's 3 different things adding to the power set. Love it.
Oh, no,
Is
okay,
this
okay.
an NFT?
Has
Resistance
anyone
is
ever
futile.
tried to complete a group project and
Yes.
had it immediately fail because either someone's not carrying their weight or everyone has different visions? How the fuck are you a fighter with 3 consciousnesses and not
'Cause
just
he can-
immediately a puddle on the ground?
He can switch between the bodies, and so he gains their powers, but depending on how he's switched around.
Arthur, if that's what's happening to you in every group project, I feel like I see the common denominator. You do know that humans can collaborate, correct?
No, I've only known humans to kill each other and exploit one another.
I mean, to be fair, that is most of what they do.
Yeah.
Also, my entire history as Arthur from NASA is experiencing that and that alone.
truly
Exactly,
beautiful.
as we have orchestrated carefully,
Yeah,
with
as
care.
we orchestrated
Yeah.
our leaderboard, we're the first ish.
The first ish!
The first ish is in first place, with Jason down in second, Blogtoven in third, Pamela Kuarhes in fourth, Hockey Stick Potato in fifth, Bootleg Bart Part 6, Bootleg Bart Lives in sixth, appropriately enough. Single Rock one away from Jason in 7th, Bone Cage in 8th, Arthur Fails in 9th, Last CBC in 10th, 11, Jazz Fads in That's 11, makes Jazz Fads and That's 11 2, 3 look like Jazz Fads, whatever, you know what it is. Jason Fooley's at 12, let me take it again, at 11th, it's Jazz Fads and That's 11 2, makes Jazz Fads and That's 11 3 look like Jazz Fads and That's 11 1.
Magnificent Fluval.
And then a bunch of late Larrys, and Cat in 17th place.
Okay, so what I was thinking is, you know how Gambit has his like little cards?
Mm-hmm.
What if Jason Voorhees has like a bag of like hockey pucks, and he can like, and he has a stick and he hits the hockey pucks and the hockey pucks like explode, or they do different things based on what he needs tactically.
So like in the Mighty
moment.
Ducks cartoon.
Is
Wasn't
that
that
what
also-
they did?
The cartoon, they had hockey-themed weapons. They could like shoot
Is it-
pucks out of their guns.
But isn't there also a character out of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles who does
Casey
that
Jones.
too? Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like one of the Arrow guys, you know, like Arrow and Green Arrow, and
So they have a quiver of different colored hockey pucks that they can just like grab, throw, and then
that he can see through that awful mask, and
This seems more like a Sportsmaster parody.
it does seem more
Where
like
his
a
weapons are various
Sportsmaster.
sports equipment like baseball bats, ice hockey sticks, golf clubs, cricket bats, and tennis rackets.
Sportsmaster, who himself feels like a parody.
oh boy.
And they
Are you
were
familiar with
actual
sports?
ducks.
Are you familiar
Really?
with sports in the Mighty Ducks cartoon? Yeah.
They were ducks? Was it part of DuckTales? Were they
first,
like in the DuckTales
This
world?
is Sportsmaster.
I am
just
not
love
familiar
sports.
with Sportsmaster.
Look at it. He has a whole paraphernalia section. Equipment, sports equipment. Transportation, sports-themed vehicles.
Hell yeah.
Weapons, sports weapons.
Lacrosse snare nets. He does know that's not how lacrosse sticks work, right?
Yeah, but that's also not how bases in baseball work, but one of his vehicles is a flying base from baseball.
Oh, they're trying to license Sportsmaster? They should. Give Sportsmaster to a podcast,
Yeah,
honestly.
the podcast is going to do much better with him.
That's basically my jock cousin. That's Sportsmaster. Basically your jock cousin. Like, all pucks are the glowy pucks if you have enough firepower. That's true. Maybe like he'll hit it hard enough that like it catches fire, and then like it goes into the monster's mouth, and they have a second to be like, what happened? So then it goes beep beep, and then they explode.
Yeah, so this is the intro for the Mighty Ducks cartoon.
I should direct Marvel.
You should, except Sportsmaster's DC.
Okay, that is what their skulls look like.
Ain't no turning back. Got to be the Mighty Ducks.
Yeah, they're ducks who play
Like
hockey.
Static Shock.
And they transform into superheroes.
Yes, exactly like Static. When? I like that guy.
He's a villain. That's the villain.
I love all
I
of
love
them.
the villains. I like the...
Oh, I like girl. Oh, they have two girls.
Yeah,
Wow.
the two girls.
Girl, blonde girl, and redhead
So,
girl.
you know
all
what's
of the diversity.
Very funny about you not knowing that cartoon.
What?
I know that in the intern Forrest and Emily have a Mighty Ducks window thing on their window right now.
That's true. They do have window clings of the Mighty Ducks.
Yeah, of a Mighty Duck. I was
Because they just happened to find it in the trash.
Intern Forrest was also very into it. He had the gun that shot pucks as a kid.
Did it end on a
Nice.
cliffhanger that never got resolved? Just like Teen Titans?
Like Teen Titans, which is available on HBO Max for now.
Like Teen
Yes.
Titans, which rules from
It
start
holds
to
up
end.
very well.
Holds
But,
up,
so-
rules start to finish.
Teen Titans doesn't have the same vibe
Okay,
as Mighty
cool.
Duck as where Street Sharks definitely does.
Okay.
That's true. The Teen Titans intro isn't performed by the vocalist for Starship.
Want that.
The Mighty Ducks intro is performed by the vocalist for the band Starship.
He still doesn't go as hard as the dinosaurs guy.
No. No, well, no.
Oh, no, please, I need to know.
We
What-
gotta
what
show
is
the
it?
dinosaurs guy.
I
we
know
gotta.
what you're
we need
leaving
the
out an important adjective.
suffering and tasty
but
suffering.
We'll let intern Arthur discover that for himself.
We got to see intern Arthur
We have watched
suffering.
this theme song so many
You
times. on
gotta
this
behold this. You
Fair
gotta
enough,
behold
fair
this.
enough.
You are from
It
NASA,
has-
and so it
is
has
actually
information that
a
you'll know.
spin-off of the Street Sharks too.
Oh, really?
Yes, they were
Really?
the Dino Vengers when they appeared on Street Sharks, but on their own show they were Extreme Dinosaurs.
Modern man's got prehistoric company. A colossal fossil view. Unlike anything before between the reckless raptors and the
Yeah, big Battletoads vibes.
extreme.
Thumbs up.
Extreme dinosaurs.
Does that dino have braces? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got fashion.
I don't know which ones are the heroes and which ones are the villains. They all just, they look
They're all
alike.
just they're all extreme dinosaurs.
Intern Forrest was very into that as a kid.
That guy is going so
And the ones with
hard.
the bracers are the bad guys because the raptors are the villains because they're mad that the Earth is too cool. So their evil plan is to warm the Earth to make it more climatable or for the dinosaurs.
Do they
Okay.
not know their own history? Like,
I mean, there are dinosaurs who lived in
They're all aliens.
hotter
too.
climates and
I
ones
think.
that lived in cooler climates because they ruled the Earth for far longer than you puny humans.
Yeah, the raptors are winning.
oh yeah, no, I mean humans suck, but like dinosaurs
and
willingly
they were
eating the. Sorry,
They were actual dinosaurs that were transformed into super warriors by an interdimensional criminal named Argor Zardock.
Okay, so here are the lyrics to the intro. Something's really rockin' on planet number 3. Modern man's got prehistoric company. A colossal fossil fuel. Look at this rhyme. Look at these rhymes.
Fossil fuel?
I just love how
A
the
colossal fossil
colossal fossil fuel, unlike anything before, between the reckless raptors
think it's
and
feud.
extreme dinosaurs. A colossal fossil feud? That's even funnier.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That's even funnier.
Yeah, colossal fossil feud, unlike anything before, between the devious raptors and the extreme dinosaurs.
Extreme dinosaurs.
Apparently it's on Tubi. According to Lena, according to Google, it's on Tubi.
Let's see. Oh, I can't find the lyrics all right now.
But you know what you can find?
The leaderboard.
The leaderboard.
Oh, okay.
And our next question. Question number 6, here we go. Who is showrunning Crystal Lake, Peacock's upcoming Friday the 13th prequel series? Brian Fuller, Noah Hawley, Ryan Johnson, or Vince Gilligan?
Fluval, wait, did you show off the glorious tribute that we received?
I just got it. And it takes us back to the extreme dinosaurs because
Because everything should be extreme
we
dinosaurs.
gotta do extreme dinosaurs trivia
We do.
at
We
some
do.
point. But after this question, we'll take a look at the tribute we received.
If you need additional questions, you could also do 1990s animated cartoons where animals but punk rock are the protagonists.
Ooh, I like that.
Oh yeah.
Like there's a lot of good stuff there.
I wonder if there's a Mummy is Unleashed way I could type Mummies Unleashed into it.
Mummies Unleashed? What was that?
Yeah, it was a mummy animated. It was an animated show where mummies had to stop a bad mummy.
Oh, wait, I have all of the lyrics written out, but in Italian. I found
What?
full lyrics of the
I am
theme
curious
song
how Google Translate
but-
will do it and how it lines up.
in Italian. No, it's not Google Translate.
No, if you
that did
Google
this.
Translate the Italian lyrics into English, will
Oh,
it match
that
up?
is really funny. I mean, I think sai c'è un rughito che
5 of you got it right. The correct answer is
provinci del passato and che risuona nella nostra città.
But 5 of you got it right. The correct answer is Brian Fuller, who's best known for showrunning Hannibal and Pushing Daisies and helping develop Star Trek Discovery and trying to do a Monsters reboot before Rob Zombie pulled it off.
I
Wait,
can't
Brian
tolerate
Fuller.
this.
He wasn't the hot elf from the Hobbit movies, right?
No.
Brian Fuller. You said
you mean-
showrunning Pushing Daisies,
You mean
so
Fitwick?
The hot elf
No.
was Lee.
Oh.
Was the lead actor. Pulled it off. Yeah, Lee Pace.
Yes.
Pulled it
I
off.
need to
Lee Pace played the
practice.
pie maker and was the hot elf.
Oh, okay.
yes.
But no,
Okay, I
you're
was
right.
thinking
Pulled
of
it
Lee-
off. He got it released. Brian Fuller didn't do that. Here's the dinosaur from Extreme Dinosaurs as Danzig, which is our tribute from Things from the Void. Take that in.
Magnificent.
You know,
Just
the abs work.
magnificent.
Yeah.
They really do. They really do. Yeah. Brian Fuller wrote Pushing Daisies.
Yeah.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, he wrote and ran Pushing Daisies. And show ran Hannibal.
So I guess that's what I'm confused about is the concept of showrunner. I thought that was like the guy who is the lead in the show.
Oh, no. It's like the behind the scenes, like, person, like, architecting the series and keeping it all on
Okay.
going. Yes, this has come up. Things from the Void, I believe, made it before? Or is that a new tribute? Because
Oh,
last time it came up, we looked at that weird video where Danzig has his library that looks like it's right by a pool based on the shimmering lighting, but may not be by a pool.
I found who wrote the song of
The Extreme Dinosaur
theme.
song?
Yes, I found her website. Her name is Sandy Howell. She is a songwriter and vocalist who has A veteran songwriter of more than 20 years, Sandy has written hundreds of songs in a wide array of styles, largely for animated and kids programming. See some of the songs below and don't hesitate to request more. She did Sailor Moon. Yeah. She did Street Sharks.
Really?
Yeah. She did Street Sharks. She did Extreme
Andy.
Dinosaurs. She did Monster Mash. She did the fucking an Olsen twin thing. Pocket Dragon, Fern Gully 2. Let's see what else. Fast Fun.
Fast Fun sounds like the animated adaptation of Fast 5.
Right?
She did the story of Esther.
Strawberry Shortcake. Magnificent. I just want the lyrics though, Esther, Sandy, if you could.
She did the rock theme. The official name of it is Rock Theme.
Rock Theme.
Oh, she just has an embedded
Extreme,
YouTube link. I see.
Extreme
Okay.
Dinosaurs. I am only finding YouTube videos. Okay, but it has Something's Really Rocking on planet number 3.
She sang on Tokyo Disney's Fantasmic.
Modern Man's Got Prehistoric Company, a colossal fossil feud unlike anything before. Between the reckless raptors and the extreme dinosaurs! Extreme dinosaurs! Tails that snap like thunderclap, talkin' stalkin' raptor rap. Extreme dinosaurs, the crash and smash Jurassic 4, extreme dinosaurs. Saurian stomp!
This
Let's
does
fossilize them.
This does sound not unlike slam poetry that I have heard.
Right? Velocitas to the max. They'll fossilize them in their tracks. The crash and smash Jurassic 4 extreme dinosaurs.
This is the official art on Prime for the show.
He's in a blade pose.
Yeah, he
3-point
is.
landing.
Yeah.
Tails that snap like thunderclap. Talkin' stalkin' raptor trap.
Talking, stopping, raptor track.
Talkin' stalkin' raptor trap.
Talking, stalking, raptor track. Also, who do the other dinosaurs look like?
They all look like the lizards that are in the Mario movie.
Oh, yeah.
Like weirdly fuckable dinosaurs. They don't look that extreme. Yeah.
But you know what does look extreme?
Once you see them.
The leaderboard.
Where first dish is in first. Bootleg Bart Part 6. That's right, we're actually playing trivia in second. Jason in third. We're an hour and 16 minutes in the show and just over halfway through our game of trivia.
But we've played a lot of fun games.
We played a lot of fun games.
Like Who Looks Like Who?
Like Who Looks Like Who and Planet Destroy.
It's the final Friday.
It's the final Friday before we move to our new time.
Final Friday.
Thank you for the Planet Destroy 1 BBBR.
True. So extreme.
That's
so
where I
cute.
parked my car. Damn.
Dinosaur.
Good luck. Good luck getting home as we all go to question 7. Despite being a ghoul of few words, Jason Voorhees appeared as a guest on which late night talk show? Late Night with David Letterman, The Arsenio Hall Show, The Chevy Chase Show, or The Tonight Show with, you hear about this? Jay Leno.
You hear about this? So who'd he kill?
2 beautiful weeks of The Chevy Chase Show.
Ugh. Who, I mean, honestly, like, who suffered more if he was on the Chevy Chase show?
He
Should have put Letterman. Suffer for your indiscretion. Suffer because you probably put the wrong answer.
I mean, that I've put mostly wrong answers, so yeah.
Denim face.
Bang.
This is Jay Leno.
Denim face.
But let's see what you picked. 4, you said Letterman. 4 said Arsenio. 1 said The Chevy Chase Show. None of you thought it was Jay.
Who was it?
Oh, it's the Arsenio Hall Show.
Oh, well. Denim face.
And we have the interview.
Oh.
The term deranged sociopath gets thrown around a lot by the media, but it really applies to my next guest. Starting today, you can see him in Friday the 13th, Part 8. Jason Takes Manhattan. Please welcome Jason.
He's in Manhattan, shockingly little in that movie for what it's called. He's mostly on a boat.
Oh.
On its way to Manhattan.
Oh, he's got an axe.
The Argyle messaged Bryson after Marymole because they felt so bad, insinuating that he had spied for Jay Leno and undermined Conan O'Brien's Tonight Show run.
I mean, he probably did it in one
Yep,
of the multiverses.
it sure is just an axe.
I like that he brings the soundtrack with him.
That's good.
Arsenio Hall.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I've noticed? I see all your movies, man. And you know what I've really noticed? You're angry.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to laugh, excuse me, it's just the way I am. But you're angry. What happened, man? Where did it all begin? Was it a woman?
Thank you for the kiki ma ma ma.
Hockey team in high school?
I think we get the bit. It's Jason is very silent while Arsenio asks him talk show patter, and the audience loses it.
It's pretty great.
Over silence, yes.
Over silence.
To the silence, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But now let's go to our leaderboard.
It's the suffering.
Where the first ish is in first. Jason in second. Pamela Kawarhi's in third. Bootleg Bart Part 6. We got a lot of players.
Hey, Griffin?
Hey, Griffin?
Yes, David?
Try silence.
Love that.
But speaking of blank check with Griffin and David Cronenberg was eliminated in the international bracket for March Madness relatively early compared to the finals, which are
Which is
happening
too bad.
today.
I wanted to hear them have to discuss Viggo Mortensen's stomach pussy or stussy that gets created in Crimes in the Future.
Yeah, and I wanted to hear them talk about the...
What do you think of that, Arthur?
I wanted them to talk about the Flesh video game player that plugs into your butt. Well, it plugs into your spine.
Very near your butt.
I wanted to hear them discuss the new Flesh.
I am so out of the loop that I have literally no context.
What does Griffin Newman think of the new Flesh?
It's a stussy. Stomach pussy.
There's all sorts of orifices in all sorts of places in David Cronenberg
There are
movies.
so many orifices.
Oops, all orifices, the David
Whoops.
Cronenberg story.
Hey, excuse me, please say more about the intern, Christy. You haven't heard of the stussy and all of the extra random sexual-esque orifi that are created for Viggo?
Never will, because that is cursed.
It's a story about chronic pain and how society keeps us from inserting our own stomach pussies. What really is art? Could it be surgery? Could it be live removing someone's organs?
Could it be an hour and a half into trivia? Still being not to your, penultimate question at all?
A chussy? Like a chest pussy? I love it. I'm here for it.
All right, let's go on then. All right.
Did I move on at all? No, I didn't. Okay, here's question 8. David Cronenberg plays Dr. Aloysius Wimmer in which of these Friday the 13th movies? Freddy vs. Jason, Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives, Jason Goes to Hell the Final Friday, or Jason X. In which of these movies does David Cronenberg, creator of Crimes of the Future, play Dr. Aloysius Wimmer?
So is he the doctor that created the android?
No.
in that movie? No.
There's an android?
No. He's trying to freeze Jason.
Take a late nap. Then fire the missiles! Fuck yes, swords. Swords, for sure. We're here for swords. Nona the Ninth, everyone. You must know Nona the Ninth is a book that has a character with a chussy. Nona the Ninth. Please, I'm gonna look it up later.
I see what
I'm
that
gonna
means.
look it up later to read about the character.
So
with
zero of
chussy
you thought it was
and
Freddy versus
swords.
Jason. 2 of you thought it was Friday the 13th, part 6. Jason lives. The correct answer was, of course, what 6 of you picked. Jason X, where Jason goes to
Yay!
space. Cronenberg
goes
is
to
a
space!
scientist who hopes to research Jason's strange healing ability while he's in stasis, but gets killed before Jason can be frozen. But Jason is ultimately frozen anyway.
And he kills someone while he's still frozen
Yeah.
because the person was like poking around
Yeah.
and then his arm like came down, but it was still holding a fucking
Machete, yeah.
in the cryo thing.
Yeah, he
so
was
it
holding
just
machete for-
macheted him.
Hundreds of years.
Like one of the deaths in
Space!
Space.
Is that a Red Alert reference blog? Is it space or space? 'Cause
Space.
Tim Curry plays a spaceman.
Yeah.
Yeah, and 2 Andromeda actresses switch roles in that movie. That's also
Oh.
true. And Gene Roddenberry's Andromeda,
Oh, okay.
the
Okay.
TV
his
show
one.
he did where
His
Kevin,
one.
with Kevin Sorbo.
Yeah. I remember that
Sorbo.
brief thing
Yeah.
happening.
Who's Kevin Sorbo?
He's Hercules and one of the worst people to follow on Twitter.
Oh.
To paraphrase Hercules, when I look at Kevin Sorbo, I am disappointed.
Disappointed. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the
bodies hit the
floor. Let
leaderboard.
bodies hit the.
Where this is Ish. The first Ish, I should say, is in first. Jason in second. Oh, Pamela Kawarhi's in third. Single Walk Runaway from Jason in fourth. Blogtoven in fifth. Bootleg Bart Part 6th. Bootleg Bart Lives in sixth. Hockey Potato in seventh. Bone Cage in eighth. Arthur Fails in ninth. Last CBC in 10th. 11th is Jazz Fatson at Slevin 2. Makes Jazz Fatson at Slevin 3 look like Jazz Fatson at Slevin 1. And then Jason Fooley's and the Late Larry's and Kat all have 0 points.
Love for Xena.
Xena's great. Lucy Lawless also much better than Kevin Sorbo.
Yeah.
Did you play the Xena video game?
No.
Did you know about the Xena video game?
No.
Did you, Arthur?
You can play as
No.
Ted
I
Raimi
should,
in it.
but I don't.
You can play as Sam Raimi's brother, Ted Raimi. He was a playable
God.
character in it because of his character on Xena, Joxer, who was a bit of a fool. He got into some scrapes.
When was the game made?
Got into some little scrape.
How
It was
good
like
of graphics
Nintendo
are we talking
64.
here? Nintendo 64. Oof. Them some
was-
polygons.
Yeah, it was Xena the Warrior Princess, the Talisman of Fate.
Let's see those polygons.
Oh, you're gonna see these
I
polygons.
want to see the polygons. Show me the gons, baby.
Christy, how did you make that
Show
sound
me
dirty?
them gons. Show me the polygons.
It's all in the
I want to see
inflection.
those shapes, baby. Show
wanna
me
see
all
a
those sides
sphere.
of those
This
shapes.
is
top of
Caesar. This is Caesar against.
About the video game and the video game developers at the moment
That's-
that they were making. It tells us about the time period that it was made in. Look, you can learn a lot by staring at titties, is what I'm saying.
That's what you're saying?
Ted Raimi, great dude, incredibly nice.
I'm not surprised.
There's no Xena Xenomorph mashup art on Google to
there's
the
gotta be.
AIs. And AI's got to do that. Someone get your AIs.
So this is Xena versus Joxer.
Google is trash.
Okay, so it was a side
Okay.
scroller.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was like a
that's
Street
fun.
Fighter style. It was like a 3D fighter. Loosely 3D. And yeah, she could throw her ring,
Swords, love it.
chakram. Bing, not just for porn anymore. I do like that they got her war cry.
Yeah.
Pretty essential part of this show.
Yeah.
So, indeterminate on your question.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think
There we go.
what it tells us is that they were trying to make a fun game.
Yeah.
It looks like the titties, I mean, they're kind of big, but they're polygons. I like it when she's like fighting, they're like smaller, but when she falls, they really stick up. Oh, hell yeah, Xena. Xena looks pretty great. It might just be her outfit, though. Hell
Xena
yeah.
versus Xena. Oh, we're gonna skip ahead. That was a poor costume choice on their part. This is Xena versus a demon.
You know.
Oh, was it a racist thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Was a racism done on Earth
Yeah.
In the 90s.
in the 90s?
In the 90s.
Racism.
Not that it was only that, of course, but let's
So
go.
we have another question, yeah?
Yeah, to our penultimate question.
Ooh.
How many Friday the 13th movies have there been? 12, 13, 14, or 16?
Because we know that there's definitely been 10.
Yeah.
Because Jason X.
Yeah, you know there's been at least 10. Bing,
Bing.
yeah. That's true. It's the Amazing Spider-Man's favorite search engine.
Was the Amazing Spider-Man Garfield?
Yeah. It's also probably Dr. Michael Morbius's favorite search engine.
It probably is. That's probably why he ended up like that.
It's probably
You
why he
think?
thought he could trick people into thinking he was Venom.
Yeah.
Venom.
Let the devil
Let the-
in Alien.
Yeah. Yes, that's Garfield. I heard he hates Mondays. Big fan of Italian food.
He hates lasagna.
Yeah. And he hates a kitten named Normal.
Hates normal.
Normal, yeah.
Normal. Well, let's see what you picked. 4 of you said 12, 1 of you said 13, 1 of you said 14, 3 of you said 16. The correct answer is 12,
Oh!
which puts a lot of pressure on whatever they do next because it's the 13th Friday the 13th movie. And I do wonder if that's part of why they're doing a TV show instead.
Damn!
Because you don't want to blow the 13th Friday the 13th movie. And you only get one bite at that apple.
I mean, but wouldn't it be so in keeping with the nature of, like, all of this? The nature of chasing in
true.
space for it to be just bad?
Well, that was meant to buy time for Freddy vs. Jason, too.
Oh,
Because they had that in the
wonderful.
works, and the guy was like, I can do one for very cheap. It'll be on a spaceship, so you have one set. And they were like, okay. Yeah, starring the voice of Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt is Jason Voorhees.
Yeah, I can't stop.
Oh, God.
Oh,
What is
It's
this
me,
place?
Jason Voorhees.
it's me, Jason.
And of course, the
Voorhees.
Mario movie is coming out next Wednesday, as will the next episode of Grand Trivia. So be sure to enjoy both of them.
Friday the 169th. Nice.
But now let's go to our leaderboard. We're the first dish holding on to first place. Oh,
like an elevator,
that would be funny.
like the numbered floors
Yeah.
in a hotel.
They should do that. They should just skip to Friday the 13th, part 14. Jason takes an elevator. And it's like that M. Night Shyamalan movie Devil, but everyone knows who the killer is.
or they just like completely rip off the Tower of Terror and they call it the Tower of Horror.
Oh.
And it's all just, you know, a tall hotel that he goes around murdering people in.
I like that.
And then
Maybe
they-
it's already a theme show attraction.
Yeah.
So like people don't notice because of the
Yeah.
screams. He uses the screams to cover up when he's murdering.
And then they really don't do that much to change it and turn it into a Guardians of the Galaxy movie after the fact. Like the middle of the movie is very different, but the beginning and the end seems pretty the same.
Pretty much the exact same.
Poster art
Yeah.
is especially similar.
Hotel of Horror.
Hotel of Horror. Oh, they skipped it. They skipped straight to 13 because fuck 12.
Ooh, yeah.
Well,
Fuck 12.
what do you think about number 10? Because here we are. It's our final question. So wager your points.
Wager your points.
I'll give a hint is this next question is about the Friday the 13th movies. If you've noticed, not all these questions fully about those movies.
But then it turns out.
Oh,
that
hello, Adam
Riddler
Fink
was-
83. I think this is your first time
Welcome.
chatting. Welcome. Be sure to follow us.
David S. Pumpkins.
Hey, David, any questions?
Any questions?
So many
Michael's
questions.
just like, I just wanted to ride on the ride. Like, I was just hanging out here with my machete. That guy's been doing all the murdering.
Here
Any
is our
questions?
final question, our final Friday question. According to its director, which Friday the 13th movie features a crossover with the Evil Dead series? Freddy versus Jason.
Friday versus Jason.
Friday the 13th, Part 7, The New Blood. Friday the 13th, Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. Or Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday. Which of these crosses over with Sam Raimi's iconic series, The Evil Dead?
Gosh, Evil Dead. So
There's a new one out now.
I've heard that the new one is quite good.
I heard it's good, but not as funny.
Not quite as funny, but like not funny.
No.
Like it doesn't like pretend to be
Funnier than the
serious.
2013 one.
Yeah.
but-
Yeah,
it's
I
not
love
doing that.
the franchise, but then the TV series just kind of didn't do it for me.
No.
I loved the TV
I
show.
love the TV show.
So goofy.
I'll
Yeah.
need to go back and it is super goofy, which I appreciate, but there was it felt too not self-aggrandizing, but it didn't feel like it was actually saying anything. It was
Oh,
just
it's-
like,
I don't
aha,
think it
look at me
was.
reference
It's not
myself.
saying anything.
Yeah.
It's just a fun time. It's
Yeah,
not
I
saying
think
anything
you're
at all.
entirely correct in that
Yeah.
in that take.
You're like, oh wow, is this like a statement on like how being too like attached to your glory days leads you to like lose track
Right?
of life and not do everything you
Like-
can do? No.
Like Incredibles
No.
too.
Not at all, because it actually thinks Ash is rad as hell.
Like not. He's been rad as hell this whole
Yeah.
time.
It's like actually he's right. He is cooler than you. Like the whole like so much of the first season, these other people were like,
Yeah, it's
Ash,
pretty
you seem
fun.
kind of over the hill, and he's like, nah, I'm fine. Turns out he's fine.
Turns out he's perfectly
But
fine.
it's very fun. Lucy Lawless actually is on
Yes,
it. Xena
she
herself
is.
appears
Oh.
starting in
Really
the second
good.
season. Yeah.
Yeah, I would encourage you to continue through the season.
Thank you,
I'll-
Adam
they're very
Fink,
fun.
I'll go
for
back and give it
following
a-
us here at Radio Free Multiverse.
Thank you so much. You are. We're so excited to harvest your suffering.
We are.
delicious.
And let's harvest some suffering right now. Let's see what you all
Please
picked.
tell me if I
Ooh.
lost everything.
Bear
One
saw-
of you
Sorry.
said Freddy versus Jason. 3 said The New Blood. 2 said Manhattan. 3 said The Final Friday. The correct answer is, of course, it's The Final Friday. The namesake of this episode.
Of course.
Of course, we ended with the namesake of this episode being the correct answer because you all made the correct choice in watching this episode. And Blogtoven was correct.
Ooh, yeah.
It features a screen-used copy of the Necronomicon Ex Mortis from Evil Dead, as well as a Kandarian dagger. And director Adam Marcus has confirmed that his intention was to imply that Pamela Voorhees had used the Necronomicon to resurrect Jason, and that Jason is actually a Deadite.
I mean, it fits.
Ah,
Yeah.
It fits perfectly.
It fits
He's
really well.
literally just that. Like, that explains
So-
his entire power set.
Except
but
he's not
remember-
goofy enough. He
remember
doesn't
in
do
the,
enough Three Stooges shtick.
you had said that in Mortal Kombat one of the options was Ash. So why didn't they do that?
That was a
If, like,
false.
this-
I made
If
that
the
one
setup
up.
was already there, why not? Why
Probably
not play
because they'd have to
into
pay
it?
Bruce Campbell. Like his rights. It does make more sense than most Jason movies, that's true. But that is our last. I agree. The Necronomicon better be in that Peacock show.
Yeah, he punched off that one
that's
dude's
true.
head and it flew into a garbage can. He does a ton of, like, punchlines with his kills. He
Yeah.
killed someone while he was
He
still
does
nice.
get that's true, Adam Fink. He does get brought back by lightning in 6. Which is when he starts to get more overtly supernatural.
I don't think that I would say it's not.
It could still work.
Like,
But-
we did watch Ash, like, kill a bunch of skeletons in Evil Dead 3, so on horseback.
He's a Frankenstein.
On
He
skeleton
also killed
horseback.
miniature versions of himself. One of which I think by
Yeah.
eating.
Yeah, he ate himself.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was way ahead of that like what we talked about earlier. Where what is it? Ethical to eat yourself with the printing.
Suffer Blog.
Well, wait, no, Blogtoven.
Suffer Blogtoven.
Let's see who won.
Suffer.
So you can suffer the agony of loss before you suffer having to miss out on the rest of the show. Pamela Voorhees has won our game.
Congratulations!
And the wager, it seems like, helped make the difference because the first dish actually got more questions correct. So Pamela Voorhees, if we have your address, I believe, but feel free to send it to us so we can send you
Final Friday.
your prize, the prize that you get only. There is a prize we all get. And here's the prize we all get. Good night, Blogtoven, and thank you for joining us for this final Friday episode of the show before we move to our new time slot at, nope, that's the wrong slide, at 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern on Wednesdays at twitch.tv/Radio Free Multiverse. But you should also check out Mary Houlihan's Painting Party Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific at twitch.tv/Mary Hooley, where we guest hosted this week with Mary Houlihan's Painting Party presents Radio Free Multiverse's Painting Free Multiverse.
You know that slander blog. I yawn at it. It makes me tired. How...
That was Cocaine Earth.
Amazing.
Which is why I had that
No.
beat.
But I
Yeah,
do
from
really
Cocaine
love...
Bear Trivia. No. CBC. I don't know what I'm not getting across.
Friday.
You'll see us on Wednesday, April 5th
Because this is the final Friday.
at 8 p.m. Eastern, at 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern.
Something will be really rocking on planet number 3
Yes.
on Wednesdays, starting at 8 p.m. Pacific.
Yeah, after missed calls, which has moved to 6 p.m.
And where you're
Pacific.
gonna learn about extreme dinosaurs. I demand.
Extreme dinos.
And if you saw Air Extravaganza, you got a sneak peek at our video explaining everything. We won't replay it here because I think everyone... Or should we replay it?
That's up to you, Fluval. You are the all-powerful fifth-dimensional trivia master.
That was the correct answer. Hail me! Love trivia but hate Fridays? Well then get ready because Radio Free Multiverse is moving to a new time slot.
I do TGIF, Glorbex. I hate Fridays.
Starting on April 5th, you can catch the show at 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern at twitch.tv/Radio Free Multiverse.
Helpful.
The time slot that brought you innovative comedy like The Chris Gethard Show, the special without Brett Davis and Chris Gethard Presents, now brings you Radio Free Multiverse.
It was the time slot. It wasn't them. It's the time slot that makes the show great.
Haven't you ever wanted to shove your foot into Homer's mouth? No. Haven't you ever wanted Homer Simpson to suck on your toes? What file format does a Jedi get saved as?
Oh, PDF.
Why? You said it so forcefully, I thought you had a reasoning, and you just...
If you are the greatest trivia master, then riddle me this.
Riddles aren't really trivia, but I'll allow it. Here's a true or false. In Legends, one of Luke's girlfriends was a Jedi whose spirit was trapped in a computer. Is that true or false? And now we're going to bring in Mrs. Dudbolt.
True, baby!
Plus, Missed Calls is moving to 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Play your best DOS games, run the bracket, and more before witnessing trivia and comedy from outside of time and space.
Suffer, bro!
Suffer! Hail me! Mighty Ikron loves cock. Mighty Ikron loves cock. And that's the deal with our move to our news time slot. Hello, Garboogie. We're actually about to end the show.
Welcome.
Hi.
We're so
And also,
excited that you're
goodbye.
here
Yes.
and that you're going to suffer because we're about to end the show, and we have the intellectual property rights over that suffering.
Hi and goodbye. Hey,
Thank you so much for the suffering.
be sure to follow us so that you can see us another time.
On a Wednesday.
Come hang out in the Weasel Pit with me.
Yeah, hang out in the Weasel Pit with intern Arthur. We do own your suffering. Thank you for finally admitting it.
Finally.
Bye, Garboogie.
We have to watch Jellystone now. No, we don't. We got to.
We gotta.
Here he comes. Swimming closer than farther away. Fluval.